Hello, this is Victor for Monday, June 19th. Let's take a look at what I see in the market. And this is what I'm observing. We're looking at the Dow daily chart now. And wow, you can see we have a straight up move last several days. Anything usually going up this high will come down just as quick. Something similar to this area over here where we got the pullback. We may be getting that pullback over here. Now, usually my eyes go first to the RSI, which I have it set up at 5, setting 5. Anything over 80 is considered overbought, overextended, and anything under 20 is oversold or sold off too much, and we have a potential for some kind of bounce. So as you can see here, we just came out of the overextended zone here, right? Let's see here, line it up here in this area, and this is where we got that nice pullback, and this is what created the first upward trend line. So this is now the support. We did get a bounce up at this point here. As you can see, this peak is lower than the previous peak, while price action is at this peak higher than the previous peak on the RSI. So you could see here, so we got a divergence forming, and usually when I see these divergences forming, you get very cautious. Now we could have a reversal. I'm not saying we're having a crash, but a pullback. Where can we see the pullback? Well, probably the first obvious spot right here would be 33.8, right in this zone, bottom of this wick. All right, we do got the 5-day moving average here that I follow. If we get a close below it, then usually the trend is likely to be reversed for a short time. And I wouldn't be surprised if once we get the reversal, bearish reversal, it's going to break this yellow support line as well. So let's keep an eye on it. Resistance, we got major resistance up here. So even if we manage somehow to get the price action up in this area, this is where tons of bears are going to come in and start selling. Going over to the SPYs, got tons of resistance up here. Same story with the candle. Look at the RSI 5. We do not have a divergence in this case here. So we just have to watch, see if we can close below the 5 and this trend line, since they're hugging so close together. Going over to the Qs, you got a lot of major bears up here. So if we get a spike above or continue trading, this area is going to offer a lot of resistance. We do have this uprising support of this trend line, along with a 5-day moving average right below it. So once I see this starting to reverse, and then likely area would be down here on these candle here, which is 348 zone down here. This is the instruments I will be using to go short as QQQ, similar to the other ones that I have on the screen. For example, on the IWM, which is the Russell, go shorts TZA. Now with the Russell here, it's forming, could be a bullish flag playing around. We did get a close below it. However, I will not consider this as a setup, because we didn't really break above the 90. I'd really like to see that to improve my odds. So if we manage to go up higher and this comes down on the RSI is below here where we're having a divergence forming, then I would considering going short. For now, the tendency could be heading up in this resistance area here at the 192 zone. Quickly looking at the other ones here. Let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin broke above the declining trend line, which is great. Resistance could be right up in this zone here, the 27,367 area, which is practically where this has touched. So, or it could head all the way up to the 28,395 right up here. Has room to run up. Looking at silver. Get rid of that there. Okay. We have room to run up. So it closed above the 5-day moving average. So we could have a tendency, it could have a tendency of going up to this gap, to fill this gap here for silver. Going over to gold, I'm neutral on this one. RSI 5 right in the center. The last buy signals was back here, the setup. Here's the trigger to get in this area. Still trading within this low here. It has not broken a lower low. So for those that are a little more risk averse, there's a chance that it could run up in this area here. Looking at USO, it's heading upward. This is where the next resistance, so there's a chance it's gonna, the next target would be right up here. Semiconductors, there's a chance that it's going to tag up here. Now if you look carefully, it closed just slightly below the 5-day moving average. Here the price closed at 153.38. The 5-day moving average is 153.58, just a few cents below. Not enough to really convince me to go short on this yet. I would not be surprised if it would continue on for this area here, 159 zone, before it has a significant pullback. Now in case if it does pull back, you got some support right here where the top of this candle, which will be approximately right in this zone here, before maybe consider to go up. We are on the oversold area, but the way this market is, I will not be surprised if it heads out this way first. XLF. Let's see here. This one I do not have a resistance line, and this one, well, it is tough to say here. I would say we'll go in the middle of this big down candle here. This could be a potential area where it could head, as long as it doesn't close below the 5-day moving average. We are hit the overextended above the 80 reading, so something to keep an eye on. And lastly, natural gas. This is the opportunity to get in here where we got in. Now we're looking for a move up to this $7.75. That is a remaining of approximately 7% up move. All right, and that's pretty much it for what I see in the daily markets. So until the next one, take care and see you around. Thank you.